every time I talk to him, I just ask him questions, and I just be sitting like I was asking him questions about performing. I'm just sitting here like, I'm really just asking this nigga Neo, and he's giving me real live, like he's into the question, like he's answering it because he really cares about my career. You feel me? And like that shit is a big deal. And that, yesterday just made me realize that, like, damn, I'm really blessed because like people would die just to be around this nigga, and this nigga's really telling me how to get to the next level and exactly what he feels like I should do for my performance because he didn't see. I went on tour with him in UK.
Oh, that's
and that was like my fourth time ever performing.
What up, world? What up, world? You are locked in to another episode of Infinite Vibes. I'm Moran, the man.
Yes.
MTM in the building. DJ B-Lex and the Goal Setters in the building as well.
DJ B-Lex checking in. What's up?
You checking off all the goals off of your list.
Man, right here, this is the 2023 goal I checked off because I love giving back to my community. So it was a blessing to do that. It's 2 goals that I know I won't accomplish. I can be real with myself and say I won't accomplish it this year, but it's okay because I'm gonna take them drink. Yeah, I'm gonna drink that shit next year. All right, look.
Drink your accomplishments.
Yeah, like in the beginning of 2020. Well, no, at the end of 2022, the last day of December, you write down your goals and bring in the new year with all your goals that you want to accomplish for the following year. And when you mark those goals, you just drink your wine, whatever you like. I like Prosecco and sparkling wine and champagne. So,
Yeah, man.
So what we doing?
But it's not about us. It's about this guy right here who, he joined Neo's clique. You know what I'm saying?
I know, right?
Somebody who got a super duper
dope.
big cosign, and he recently signed to Def Jam Records, the legendary label, and he signed during the 50th year of hip hop.
That's a blessing. Wow.
50th year of hip hop, man.
That's ironic.
Very ironic.
Yes.
That's dope.
Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself to our listeners, King?
Go by the name of Zae France, R&B artist extraordinaire.
Extraordinaire. It's crazy you say it's crazy he say that because bro, I don't think I told you, but like I had got a wind of him from a song called Leg Day. And I was vibing to that shit because I was like, who the fuck is this? I was like, oh, this song hard. And it's crazy you had said, oh, we about to interview this guy. And I'm like, he sound familiar. I don't know who he is. But when I put the song together with who we got right now, yeah, you got the vibes.
Appreciate you.
Yeah,
absolutely, man. So we always like to ask our guests this when they push up on a scale from 1 to 10. How you feeling? How's your headspace, man?
I'm feeling 9 to 10 right now. I'm not gonna lie. I'm excited. This is
That's dope.
The first time we doing like a real run like this. So like, I'm just appreciative of everybody that want to interview me and figure out what's going on with me.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I
Because,
feel great.
according to, amazing people like our guy Ron at Def Jam.
Shout out
and
to
all
Ron.
these other dope
Shout out
people,
to Ron.
they saying you about to be huge.
Ooh.
So that means the price going to go up after about, we probably won't be able to get an interview after this.
Nah, don't say that.
Yeah,
You gonna come back, right? Yes, we gotta have him back because
Absolutely.
we gonna build with you.
Because I definitely want to, anybody I work with in the beginning, I definitely want to come back so we can talk about this.
The progress.
Exactly.
Yes, I love it. Them
Absolutely.
shades hard.
Appreciate you.
Are you into shades?
I
Like,
am. But like, I ain't gonna lie. I'm into shades, but like, I'm taking them off quick. Like, I be losing shades because if it's too dark, I gotta take them off. That's why I like these, because I got a lot of products, but they all dark tint. I got the little light ones, so I can keep these on. But I done lost all of my shades, because if it get too dark, I'm taking them off.
that part. There's giving like a little orange tint to it.
I can
I
still see
fuck with that. That's a vibe.
Yeah, it's fly. It's
We got a South Carolina native in the building.
South Carolina, wait, North? I thought it was North.
It's North? Oh, okay. I got the wrong information.
Yeah,
Well,
man,
North,
he from the land
North
of Jodeci.
Carolina, North
He from
Carolina.
Jodeci land, Fantasia, basically the place where everybody can sing.
I just get P.D. Pablo, North Carolina.
Everybody saying PDO.
Nah, P.D. Pablo
That's
definitely
hard.
put off.
It's the way he was just like rapping that shit. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
how was that growing up in North Carolina?
I grew up in church, so like when I grew up in North Carolina. I'm from North Carolina, but I moved to Connecticut when I was 12.
Okay.
So when I was in North Carolina, I was just in church. The music scene I wasn't into R&B yet. It was really just like, my mom was in a quartet gospel group, and I'm from like, where I'm from, Mount Airy, North Carolina. That's real country, so it's like
What is it called? You said it fast.
Mount Airy, North Carolina.
Mount Airy. I feel like I've heard of that
Maybe.
city before.
It's called Mayberry too, where Andy Griffith is from.
Oh,
That's
wow.
the only other person that's from Mount Airy.
Andy Green, yeah, bro, it's lit, bro. He put on, bro. He put on.
But yeah, like growing up, I was definitely into music, but it was just really church. And then I moved to Connecticut, and then I started meeting my R&B brothers, and then it started making more sense on the R&B side. But I've been into music my whole life, for sure.
You started in the group? You said me and my brothers because I was assuming
I did
it.
have like a little R&B group in Connecticut too. But yeah, that's technically you're right because once I met them, that's when we ventured off. I met my brother
wow.
Mizzy, and then me and Mizzy really stayed close. And then
Busy?
Mizzy, yeah.
Okay.
Then me and him really got close, and that's where I started finding my sound. And I was just when he has kids, so when he had to go home early at the studio, I'm still in the studio till 4 o'clock in the morning trying to figure it out. I can't keep calling him, asking him if this sounds good or what. So I'll just try to figure out my own sound. But he definitely is a big part of it.
You was recording yourself. That's how you was able to learn like what you like to do is record.
Yeah, like Leg Day, I record that on TikTok Live. That's kind of like why I did what it did. I made it on live. Yeah.
So for the people that never heard Leg Day, what is it about? Is it about, because it's clearly not about
fucking.
It's clearly not about working
It's
out.
about putting them legs. I was
I
like,
ain't know you curse, but
Yeah. Be yourself. Be yourself.
I just had to say that because when I heard it, I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna put this on the sex playlist.
Hey, the beat was called Workout. And then the hook, I'm saying this shit feel like a workout. So that's what's like, I never do that. I never like go off of what the beat is called. The instrumental was called Workout. And I was like,
Inspiration.
yeah,
Okay.
let me do something with Workout on this beat.
Yeah.
And then I made Leg Day.
Beautiful stuff, man. So, you know, R&B right now is in a place where I feel like it's really, as far as like the new wave of R&B, is really starting to get like its real flowers that it's been deserving. You know,
Right.
You see people like SZA ruling the entire year. We see people mad that Victoria Monet couldn't perform at the VMAs. How does
I just seen that right now. So what was they saying? That it was too early for her to do?
That's what she said. I guess her team said that it was too early, which to me don't make no sense because her album is incredible.
Even though she wasn't nominated, she could have performed. That was my thing. Like, yeah, it was too late for you to get nominated because it was like 2 weeks ago when she released the tape. But it's like, yeah, you could have performed because you one of the ones. Like, I feel like she got the hottest R&B song out right now.
Yeah.
And like really killing and shit.
Yeah, she's one of them ones for
For
sure.
sure. So how does it feel for you to be a part of this?
It feels great. Like I feel like I came at the perfect time. I feel like, just like you said, all the people you named was women. I feel like the fellas got to step it up, and I feel like I'm in a perfect position, perfect spot to like show what I want R&B to stand for and look like right now. Because I feel like a lot of people's singing, it's a lot of niggas singing, but it's not giving the same feeling that we got when niggas was growing up on R&B.
Right.
And that's
You
what I'm
giving
trying-
Jodeci. You remind me of R&B like when it was like how you
This
giving
is how
like
children are created.
yeah.
We gotta, for me, I'm trying to bring that back for sure.
Yeah.
So that it feel good because I feel like now I actually have a chance. People don't actually hear
And listen.
and actually receive it the right way. It's not like people are getting tired of that popcorn shit and all that quick. And if you can't dance to it, then it's not. People want to hear music again. So it's like, I feel good.
Yeah. Good for you,
That's
man.
dope, man.
I mean, it has to feel good for you because, you know, just by just looking at the things that you've been doing and the fact that people are legitimately raving about you right now,
Right.
you've clearly been doing this for a minute.
Yeah, for sure.
And to have somebody as like somebody whose pen game is just
The greatest of
an
our- one of the
assassin.
greatest of our all
like
time.
some of these people, y'all do not want no smoke with Neo's pen game. Like for somebody like him to see that in you, like how does that make you feel?
I feel good, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's just a blessing. Like, he had a video shoot yesterday in Miami. And like every time I talk to him, I just ask him questions and I just be sitting, like I was asking him questions about performing. And I'm just sitting here like, I'm really just asking this nigga Neo. And he's giving me real live, like he's into the question. Like he's answering it because he really cares about my career.
Your career.
You feel me? And like that shit is a big deal. And that yesterday just made me realize that like, damn, I'm really blessed because like people would die just to be around this nigga. And this nigga's really telling me how to get to the next level and exactly what he feels like I should do for my performance because he didn't see. I went on tour with him in UK,
Oh, that's
and that was like my
love.
4th time ever performing.
In
What?
life?
My 4th time, my 4th time.
your
ever.
music, like your
Performing
as an
in
artist. Yeah.
I did 3 shows before that, and then I'm UK.
You in UK. You in
Wow.
London time. So like how was that
Explain
right?
that.
How was that experience?
Sure.
Because like in London with you learning how to perform, because you're learning at this point. How did that go? How, like
I was
just gotta-
shook. I was scared shitless every night. I didn't even ask him. I didn't ask him for advice until the last show, which was London, and he just told me like, bro, I don't owe you nothing. Like this wasn't a favor. Like you supposed to be here. Like go
Bar.
up there and do your shit every time. Like you stop being scary. Like do your shit. And I was scared
That's
as
some
fuck.
real shit. Yeah.
And that's why I didn't want to ask him because I knew what was wrong. That's one thing I'm not in denial. I know when I need to fix some shit. And if I don't, if you tell me how it makes sense, I'll be like, word, you got it. And so that's why I didn't even ask him. I didn't care to really ask him until the end because I already knew what was wrong with the performance. You
was-
telling me like, bro, you
Was it because you was scared?
for sure. I'm going from My first performance I did in LA. I'm not from LA. I just moved to LA like a couple months prior during COVID. I know maybe 10 people in LA that I can call, maybe. And I did my very first show ever in LA because I was like, I don't want to do it in Connecticut because half the people that's coming is going to be nosy because they know Xavier and they just coming to see what Xavier's doing. I need to do it in a place where I have no leverage. I need to see what my leverage is, see who's going to come see me in LA. And that's going to be a real first show rather than me do it in the hometown. And then it might look lit for the grand, but it's, who are we really getting to come? Who am I selling tickets to?
But that's interesting though, because like to me, that's scarier.
It was like scary. So I'm like, how am I gonna see if I'm him or if I'm on the way to being him? If I don't see what's gonna happen, you feel me? And it was like 250, 260 people there.
It was a challenge. That's dope. You rose to the I feel like you rose to the occasion with that.
So it's like you was able to basically put yourself out there in LA, but when it's time to go to for the UK for the thing that you actually work for, you was still scared.
Because you gotta understand, it was my very first performance, and it was 206 people, but it was 206 people that's been dying to see Zae France perform certain songs since 2017 when I first started dropping music. So some of them was just happy to be like in the, you feel me? So I was more comfortable, you feel me? So it wasn't like, it was a challenge. It was definitely a challenge, but it wasn't as much as a challenge of being in front of 20,000 people that don't know anything about you.
20,000 people.
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
that's a big
so
number.
you went from 200 to 20,000
in weeks.
Hey, salute to you, my brother. Look, the most I did was 10,000, so I salute you. Look, it is frightening. It is frightening. I ain't gonna lie. It is scary because it's so many people, and you gotta take control of it.
I didn't have that yet.
Yeah.
I didn't even like. I didn't know what my niche was. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I didn't know how I wanted to look on stage. I was just like, yo, I'm on stage, and I'm not open up for him. I'm in the middle of his set because we have a song together called "Laying Low."
So he brought you out.
Yes, during the middle of the set, and then would let me do my own song. And then I'll leave, feel me? So it's like...
Damn, Neo, he sound like a real nigga, bro.
He is a real nigga.
Some real shit.
He the realest one. Easy, for sure,
that bar alone when he said he was like, you don't owe me no favors, like that's some real shit.
Like, you ain't here because we owe you, like you're supposed to be here. Like, so stand on that. Like, go out there and show your ass every single time they have to remember you.
Yeah.
I was like, word.
Yeah.
So I gotta ask you, cause like I like how you put the play on, cause you have a new tape out right now called Rhythm and Backwoods, and I really like the tape. It's a small, you got like little 6, EP. 7, little EP situation. Like, what made you? Cause I know it's a series that you have going on. What made you kind of put a play on that Rhythm and Backwoods? Cause you probably be smoking it.
Yeah, I'm a pothead.
Okay. So when I hear that, I'm thinking that's a play on back shots. You know, that's what I was thinking.
Nah, it was just literally like R&B, Rhythm and Backwoods. Cause at the time, it's still like when I was just trying to find my sound and what I wanted R&B to sound like to me, I was just stuck in the studio smoking my little weed and just figuring out how I wanted these songs to sound for real. So now I'm like, I want my first project to be something to represent R&B because I really want to come off rip for people to know that this is what you're about to get.
Right.
So now it's like Rhythm and back, like for me, it was quick. Like it was one of the
It just
first ideas.
That's
like,
very clever.
That's tough. I'm like, I don't care if nobody likes it. That's what it's gonna be.
Right.
So then I didn't even give people a chance to not like it because I'm coming at people like, yo, my first EP, it's gonna be called Rhythm and Backwoods. They like, word, that's tough.
And they liked it so much, you got signed to a label and they supported you with the series of it. That's how you know that shit was hard.
Sure.
Wow.
Yeah. You got any dream collaborations? I feel like you and Tink would do something crazy.
Somebody just said that.
Seriously?
It wasn't me.
Yeah.
But I like Tink. I'm
Rock
a fan
just
of
said
hers.
that 20 minutes ago.
Oh, okay.
Oh wow. Yeah, I think because I'm
said me and
thinking,
Tink.
Rhythm, because she got her the Winter Series, and you got
Right,
I think y'all would do something crazy.
Yeah, we talked before. I definitely would love to work with Tink. I feel like my dream collab, I always say this, is Erykah Badu.
Ooh, that's hard.
Shout out to the GOAT.
Yeah, just because I don't know what that would sound like, and I feel like it's gonna be fire. She's fire.
She's
I'm
so fire.
It's gonna be fire. But I just don't know what it sounds like. I just feel like it'll be interesting.
I feel like anything she does is fire.
It's gonna come out some
Yeah.
way. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
One of my favorite records I like off of Rhythm and Backwoods would be, like right now, would be Give It Up. And you been going crazy with the microphone, looking sexy outside with the view and shit. Like, cause you write your music.
I got writers too, but
You got write. Okay,
for
that's
sure.
dope. So like, I love that you have a balance. See, a lot of people I only write my music and da. But so from a place of Give It Up, like, where were you? Like, did you have writers a part of this? Was you by yourself?
Yeah, I did actually.
Okay.
So, I did write after when I like Rhythm and Backwoods. 90% I wrote that by myself because that was when I was just literally trying to find my sound, and I was just giving out a collection of songs that I wrote so that if there would be writers in the future that wanted to work with me. They had something to reference, and understand what my sound is and how I would want it to sound like. So Rhythm and Backwoods, 90% was definitely me. For me, like me and Mizzy was the whole Rhythm and Backwoods.
The first one, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And then this one, I was like, the writers that I work with, I've been plotting on these niggas. Like I've been wanting to work with these niggas for years, but I didn't have the leverage to come at them and be like, yo, this is what for me, these producers like. Remo the Hitmaker, Snacks and YA from The Breed, like
OG Parker was on.
I've been plotting on these niggas for like OG Parker. I definitely been wanting to work with him. But Remo, The Breed, these niggas is my home team. These is like every day. Like when I leave here, when I go back to the studio, one of them is pulling up, and that's who I'm. You feel me? That's who
you cooking up. The chemistry.
Give It Up is Remo. You feel me? And Avery City, yeah. Okay. So it's like, it was the process of Give It Up. We actually went to LA because we was looking for an up-tempo. And if you know my music, I don't really got up-tempo songs. Like, that's not really the BPM that my supporters or me, that's not really what I got going, you feel me? So we went there for up-tempo, and we got an up-tempo, which was What It Do. And I love that song. Yeah, I love that song too. Okay. But we did Give It Up there too.
Ooh. Overseas?
You're talking about
LA.
The creation. Yeah. On the up-tempo trip where we was only supposed to be doing up tempos. I got one of my biggest songs. I know that's gonna be my biggest song.
Give It Up.
Yeah, for sure.
That shit going up. Yeah. I like it, and I like how you know how to create content with your music. Like
hey,
you learning.
I mean, but it's like
what you said, bro.
Yeah, because to me, like just from what we've seen online and just by me talking to a person. It's like you're not afraid to put yourself out there. You're not trying to be too cool. You're trying to really be out there as an artist.
For sure.
So talk to our listeners about the importance of just being willing to show up and do interviews and put out your own content, because there are a lot of artists that think that all you got to do is just post a song and then Drake gonna sign you. And then, you know,
head ass.
Not for real.
Like real talk, the people you don't see are so important, bro. Like. And that's the people that you really need to tap in with and really build connections with. And I've learned that because I wasn't it's not that I thought I was the person that all I had to do was make a song, but creative performance, all of that was not on my mind at first. It was literally just me going in the studio and making quality songs to make people even want to be interested in a Zae France. So I just now recently started tapping into knowing really the importance of the interviews, and because it wasn't that I was against it before. It was just like, I don't have nothing to talk about. Now it's making sense. Now it's like I'm actually having moves. I'm excited because now it's like we got something to talk about. Before it was just like I feel like I had more work to do. I still had more groundwork to do. You feel me? So now I see the importance because shit is going up and y'all are supporting me. So you gotta show love back for sure.
Yep.
That part.
I was a supporter before you came here today.
Appreciate it.
Really were.
Because I didn't know like this was gonna happen. I just was vibing. I be vibing on Apple Music a lot. Yeah, I guess it was manifested.
He likes to manifest a lot of people. Out of nowhere.
I love music, man. Me and my brother, we producers as well too. So we just always in tune with the music. Yeah.
Absolutely. Like we get excited like when we see. First of all, shout out to Def Jam for really just snatching up all these dope R&B people. Because it's like,
got a good one.
You know, he's not here, but it's like when I found out that they went and got Chase Shakur and you, I'm like, what the hell? Like
the young, like they starting. Like, I love it. Because how old are you?
28.
Wow.
Yeah, so you're young. So I feel like they trying to get the young group. Dude, is Coco Jones on there too?
Yep.
Coco, so I feel like they doing a great job with their selection. That's what I'm gonna say. Yeah, they doing a great job.
Have you? Because I mean, of course, like we know how it is with labels and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure you met your label mates. But what's like the camaraderie like with you when you're in studios with other artists? Like when you hear, like let's say when you and Neo in the studio together, do you feel like you gotta outdo him on songs? You know, like man, I gotta compete.
You know what's crazy? Me and him got 3 songs. We were just talking about that last night too. We've never worked in the studio together. Like Laying Low was my song first.
He hopped on
it.
And
then he was just in the studio recording for his album. And he just came in the studio for a week straight singing it. And I'm like, bro, if you don't take this damn song, and I've never had a play. That's my first play. Well, it's not even really a placement because I was featured on it, but that would have been my first placement because I never really chased it. I never chased placements. Because I always knew that I wanted to be an artist, and it's hard for me to tap into other people's artistry personally. You feel me? So I was like The Breed was sending me beats for Trey songs. The whole time I'm like, nigga, this is not. But I didn't have, like I said, I didn't have the leverage to tell them that.
Right.
But they was the first producers to believe in me and like let me drop one of my songs when I had 2,000, 3,000 followers because they was like, he gonna do something. Like it's making sense, and he's not giving up. Like he's not playing about the song because I never really cared to do for me features. Not features, but writing. But the Laying Low situation happened. He was saying that he wanted the song, so I'm like, cut it. And then he calls me like 2 days later and was like, yo, actually, I want to keep you on the hook, and you could do the second verse too. I'm like, okay. And then he called me like a week later and was like, it's gonna be the first song on my album too. I'm like, okay, like wait, what the? That's lit. And then
Whole life change. Yeah.
And then that's when we went on tour. I'm like, wow, this shit crazy.
Wow. What a life.
Right.
God is
What a
good,
life
man.
to live.
How do you feel knowing that you have so much support coming from your counterparts, of course, and the people that believed in you from the beginning? Like, how do you feel now?
I feel great. I feel blessed, yo. I'm just happy. I feel like the timing is. I used to always like question the timing, but like this is perfect. I feel like it's perfect timing.
Because what were you doing in 2017? Like when you first started this shit? Because I know how I feel when I first started something. Like you didn't think did you think it was gonna be like this?
100%. That's why it's like a lot of shit don't surprise me. I thank God every day. When people be asking me how I feel, it's like this don't surprise me though. Like I feel like this is fate. Like it's supposed to happen. Like you feel me? But it was just like when. So like now I'm just trying to live in the moment. Like I was talking to my boy Rock earlier, and he was just saying like, gotta live in the moment more because it's happening and you don't really realize it's happening. Like we're making history right now. You feel me? Like so I gotta really remember that, and I don't really be remembering that. So now I'm really just trying to take a step back and like really realize like it's about to go up.
Them Backwoods have you a little lit, man.
Yeah, I be zoned out. That's it.
I heard that. It's a good feeling.
It's a great feeling.
You
man.
in LA? You in LA right now, right?
I'm about to move out here.
You about to move out here?
Yeah.
We gonna tap in then.
Got to.
Yeah.
Would love to, man.
You going away from the good weed?
Yeah, that's all they got for me right now.
This is the good weed. Yeah. They do got some.
The trash ass food.
They they food not that good.
Trash.
I'm tired of tacos every time we go out.
Yeah. Just tacos in LA. That's it.
You gonna love it out here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got so much variety out here. We just don't have a beach, but you can go to the beach. It's not that far.
Where?
Savannah.
Yeah,
like 4
Savannah.
hours
That's
away.
like fake ass beach, but I would say like South Carolina, North Carolina. They got, and then you got Florida right there. It's about 4 or 5 hour drive.
Oh,
That ain't
really
bad.
a beach nigga anyway, so we good.
Okay, so you good then?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, you good with us too, man. You good with us too, bro. Hey,
Appreciate y'all.
thank you for
Appreciate y'all.
pulling up. You definitely on your way. Congratulations to you on everything you got going on. It's really just dope to see, like, good music,
Yes.
good feeling, and we support you.
We
I
do.
appreciate the support, real
Yes.
shit. Appreciate
Absolutely,
both of
man.
them.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
You gonna do amazing things.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So, one thing about us, we always just like to encourage our guests to provide positive words of affirmation. So, what are some advice that you can provide to the people that's trying to get it like you, King?
So my slogan is "This vibe ain't for everybody," and
I like that. Trademark that immediately.
yeah, for sure. And I just stand on that. Like, it started off as my music. Like, it started off with me being in the studio late nights and me being insecure about what I was recording and trying to figure out if it was fire or not. And then me falling in love with what I did and just was like, yo, this vibe ain't for everybody. I'm posting this shit. And then I put it in a hashtag, and now it's a lifestyle. And I just feel like it just applies to life. Like, if your vibe is not for everybody, everybody's not gonna fuck with what you got going on. But the people that do just appreciate their support and then only focus on what you love and what makes you happy. Like, cause that's your vibe for me. And it's not for everybody. It's never gonna be for everybody. Everybody's not gonna love you. Everybody's not gonna like it. But the people that do, fuck with them and appreciate them.
That
It's
part.
lit.
Absolutely, man. Hey, man, please give our listeners your social media. Let them know how to get in contact with you. One more again.
Zae France, ZAE France, like the country, on every platform.
Hey, there we go. Infinite Vibes, MTM, Top Flow B-Lex, and Zae France in the building.